What's going on? Y'all know what it is. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic of Morris. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Back, back on usual boxing grind as usual. We're gonna get into some Keith Thurman, and also some Terence Crawford. Gonna pretty much keep it on topic until the Q&A part. To be honest, I ain't talking about the WBC champion or unified. $5 for front and back. Hold on real quick. Fucking spider web. I expect my house for incense, man. Except let me fucking call flies and shit on my house. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys can hear me now. I don't know if you guys can hear me now. Let me know if I sound straight. But yeah, Keith is. I mean, Earl can use excuses. I want to fight Sean and Danny, then Keith, then I fight Terence Crawford. I want to clean up my side of the street. I mean, he can clean up his side of the street. I don't give a hell about none of that. Terence Crawford, Earl Spence gonna be fired without 2 additional belts. I don't care. It ain't like Terence Crawford is gonna get another belt. You feel me? It ain't like Terence Crawford is gonna, get one of those belts. Earl gonna hold 3 belts and Terence Crawford 1 belt. So it's probably best for Terence Crawford right now to fight Earl Spence right now before he get 2 additional belts or 1 more additional belt and really call himself the A side and talking about he the B side. You feel me? So, see, that's what they need to. That's what Terence Crawford really need to fight Earl Spence soon. Does it really matter if Earl Spence beat up on Danny or Sean and then beat up on Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman dead to dudes out here, man. Seriously, Keith Thurman is dead. Seriously, man. Nobody care about Keith Thurman. Like the guy as a person. What he portrays in the public. I like his fighting style, but why should he get gifted with an opportunity to fight one of the 2 top welterweights in Crawford and Spence? They can rank him. The Ring magazine can rank him as a top welterweight all they want to. You know, but if you ain't fought this whole year and you ain't fought 9 months last year, I mean, come on, man. I mean, how much longer do we continue to hold him in the rankings, man? How much longer do we continue to hold him through the rankings? He got injured before the Danny Garcia fight, okay? And then the year before that, he fought Sean Porter. He fought once each year. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, he ain't really do what he supposed to do versus neither one. He didn't knock out Sean Porter like he should have. Or at least he didn't really go for the knockout. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia, he didn't do what he wanted to do and do what he spoke on with Danny Garcia. He didn't even really press for the knockout. You know, once he was moving and boxing Danny Garcia, he just played safety first. Keith Thurman ain't been one time in a long time. You know, seriously, Keith Thurman ain't been aggressive or nothing. As soon as he got them belts, his whole demeanor changed. His whole personality changed. You know what I'm saying? You know, when just Errol Spence. Errol Spence didn't make him feel some type of way or make him timid or soft. He could have played a part. He could have been an ingredient in that. But in my opinion, it was, you know, when he got belts, when he got hurt when Robert Guerrero started coming on strong, he got hurt by Collazo. And when he started getting hardware, when he became Super WBA champion, that's when his demeanor really changed. Because remember, we were in the regular WBA championship. He was beating up Diego Chavez. He went toe-to-toe with Diego Chavez. That was the Keith Thurman I like. But then when Jesus Soto Karass hit him with that, what was it, a left hook? He hit Keith Thurman with, you know, and he buzzed Keith Thurman. He still was aggressive after that. But when he got upgraded to elevated to Super WBA champion, and Robert Guerrero, he did not Robert Guerrero out like he was supposed to. He just mailed it in. Same with Leonard Bundini Bundu. He mailed it in, just boxed him and played safety first. Saying Collazo, that was a fishy ending. He got hurt by a body shot, and all of a sudden Collazo quit on the stool or whatever. When he started tasting blood and he started almost tasting defeat, or he started tasting trouble, that's when his demeanor changed. You know, he wasn't blasting guys out no more. He wasn't looking for the knockout no more. You know, he was looking to keep his belts and play it safe. You know, when he fought Sean Porter, it was a good fight. You know, he tried to exchange hooks and stuff with Sean Porter and fought aggressive, but he knew Sean Porter couldn't punch. He was aggressive, but he couldn't punch. Danny Garcia, a dude that he was outboxing and winning, he never really went for it, even with a hurt arm, like he said. He never even went for the knockout. He didn't press for no knockout versus Danny Garcia. He boxed and played safe. And that's a question for Earl and Terence and the Charlos and Wilder and everybody else that falls up under that category. When you get what you want, when you taste that success, when you taste the top, when you become the #1 guy in your division or a top guy in the pound for pound rankings, whatever one comes first, will you remain hungry? Will you give the opportunities to guys that, you know, you didn't get? You know, will you remain hungry? Will you fight anybody? Or will you start being like Jared Hurd and start talking business? When we start talking that business language. Seriously, that's a good question. Because Mayweather was hungry, calling out Shane, Oscar. He got what he wanted. Guess what? He changed. He became a businessman. You know, same thing for Keith Thurman. It didn't happen on that stage. It didn't happen on that level, the upper echelon level. It didn't happen like that for him. But guess what? When he tasted what he wanted, when he got what he wanted, he became the #1 welterweight. What happened with Keith Thurman? Oh, he didn't want to fight no more. You could see it. You could see it. When this level in competition really jumped up, remember they said, oh, nobody want to fight Keith Thurman. Same thing they saying about Earl Spence. Oh, anybody want to fight Keith Thurman? Anybody want to fight Keith Thurman? You know, they scared of Keith Thurman. You know, look at Paul, he ducked him. You know, Robert Guerrero calling him Keith Urban. People forget when Robert Guerrero, excuse me for a minute, got to move downstairs. You know, people forget when Robert Guerrero told Keith Thurman to fight Arizona Lara, he had to fight Lara 1 weight class above him, and then he'll fight Keith Thurman. People forget that. People was ducking Keith Thurman. You know, same thing they saying about Earl. But when Keith Thurman was show vulnerabilities versus Guerrero, he did show vulnerabilities versus Guerrero. You know, and then You know, when Colossal hit him with the body shot, and then somewhere my timeline might be messed up. But when he boxed like the pussy versus Leonard Bundu, people seeing all that say, "Oh, this dude ain't really shit." You feel me? People say, "Oh, this dude ain't really shit." And motherfuckers got brave and wanted to fight Keith Thurman in. You know what I'm saying? You know, they wanted to fight. You know? So it wasn't no more fairy tales with Keith Thurman. He had real competition. And when the competition stepped up, when that Sean Porter fight stepped up, let's not forget with the Sean Porter fight. He Kenny Porter said he didn't find any police reports. He said he knew a guy that did insurance. He said he didn't file no insurance on a Mustang, no insurance claim on a Mustang that was supposed to be in an accident when Keith Thurman allegedly got into an accident and they had to push the Sean Porter fight back from March, because I remember that because it was my birthday. It fell on my birthday. And one of the homies said he close to Kenny and Sean. He said we had a bet. And he said if Kenny and Sean, well, we weren't even on the bet. He said, well, Kenny and Sean won, well, Sean Porter won, he's gonna have Sean Porter shot me out. You know, but Keith Thurman obviously won. I was working that day. But like I said, you know, from that, when he stepped up in competition and all that like that, he started fighting safety first. You know, it wasn't no more having that mentality of nothing to lose and everything in the game. And when these guys, the Charlo twins, you know, Earl Spence, Deontay Wilder, you know, when all those guys get what they want, if they achieve that and beat the top guy in their division and become the number one guy in their divisions and start the pound for pound talk start ringing, will these guys be like Keith Thurman, be like Floyd Mayweather? Will they remain business-like, or will they keep it real and give other boxers the opportunities they didn't get? Or will they put these guys through hoops? Now, you got some people that say, you know, they should, you know, don't turn the other cheek, don't give a dude the opportunity. You know, imagine a young fighter coming up 15-0, you know, young killer, you know, calling out Earl, saying, what up, Earl, you want to fight? Does if Earl Spence is the number one welterweight or the top dog at the time, does Earl give him that shot? Or he'd be like, you know what? I'm going to do him like they did me. Because Berto spoke on that. Berto said, you know what? You know, they is freezing on Earl Spence. They want to see him pay his dues. You know, we want to see him pay his dues. Oh, he got to get a belt, and then, you know, when he pays his dues, we'll fight him. He said people want to see Earl pay his dues. Earl paid his dues. So will Earl take that mentality? You know, will Earl be like, you know what, man, you know, them niggas, man, they did me wrong, so I'm going to do young Willie Johnson wrong, and I'm not going to give Willie Johnson a shot till he truly earned it. You know? And only time will tell. Because soon as Hearn was talking all that gangster stuff, right? Hearn was keeping it trill. Hearn was, dude, you know, I beat Charlo. I come out the jungle with a lion on me, even though a lion ain't in the jungle. He was talking that real trill stuff, right? But as soon as he got another belt, as soon as he got some clout, as soon as he beat some real competition, it totally changed. It's a business. Right after the fight, it's a business. Oh, it's a business. It's a business. Hey, you know, that's his prerogative. But don't be hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't be Mayweather. Don't be Keith Thurman. You know, Earl, because when you get in your position of power, you know, change the game. You know, because if you start doing the stuff they did, I gotta call it down the middle. It's easy to be hungry and it's easy to be proactive. It's easy to move forward when you hunting, when you the hunter. But when you in the hunted, you know, it's a whole totally different ball game. It's a totally different ball game. And with Keith Thurman, like I said, man, you know, he trying to preserve something. He trying to make something stretch for my hustlers. He trying to make something stretch. You feel what I'm saying? He trying to make this number one thing stretch out. He trying to really stretch it out. And he can stretch it out all he wants to, man. If he never get back in the ring and they never strap Keith Thurman, it is what it is. Because all he doing is holding up the sport. And all they doing is using Keith Thurman, Sean, and Danny as an excuse why not to make a fight happen. See, they want the belts to be the most important thing on Front Street. They want the belts to be, you don't gotta have no belts. Because most of the best fights that you see ain't no belt involved. Come on, tell me last time you paid $60, $70 for a pay-per-view and it was a great fight. Seriously. Tell me last time you paid $60, $70 for a pay-per-view, got a great fight. Remember when Premier Boxing Champions first started off on Spike and all that? Remember when the undercard fights was better than the main event? Remember them little undercard fights was the best fights on the fight card. You didn't care about the main event. It was a lopsided. It was a mismatch. You know, when Earl was fighting, you know, fighting Van Deer and knocking dudes out, that was more entertainment than you was getting in the main event. So 9 times out of 10, every time they build these fights up, fellas, they never live up to the hype. Oh, let's marinate it, and we got to have this belt. I don't care if it's for undisputed. You know, why does Keith Thurman has to be attached to Terence Crawford and Earl Spence? Why does Sean and Danny Garcia, who have no interest in fighting neither party, have to be integral parts to make this fight happen? Stop making people important that's not important in this boxing game who don't wish to be important. You feel me? Stop making people important that's not important, man. Let's get to the comments, man. B&B Boxing, Terence Crawford can't bum bash at 47. If he can't get top fights, he got to fight in the top 10 and top 5. You know, at the end of the day, what is the top 10 and top 5? Because the top 10 and the top 5 only consist of the WBO. So at the end of the day, all right, B&B Boxing, let's go through the WBO rankings. All right, my brother, I keep the rankings up. You know, shout out to B&B Boxing. Haven't seen him here before, so the brother some love. I don't know if he got a channel or not, but all right, they haven't updated their rankings, but obviously we know Terence Crawford is the WBO champion. Pacquiao's number 2. That's the fight not gonna happen. Number 3 is the English Klavatsky guy who fought, well, I don't know his name, who fought David Navarrete and stopped him. Do I care about if Crawford fight him? No. 4 is Danny Garcia. We know that ain't gonna happen. 5 is Giovanni Santolina. I don't know who that is. Sean Porter 6. We know that ain't gonna happen. Robert Arizia. Don't know who that is. Stephen Dango. I don't know who that is. Luis Vernon. Don't know who that is. Mika Shanana. I don't know who that is. Kerman Larenga. I don't know who that is. Thomas Lamana. Don't know who that is. Alvin Lungambay. Don't know that. Kieran Kostaka Bakadaka. Don't know who that is. So he got to fight somebody in the top 15, and obviously the people that can, you know, Danny and Sean not going to, you know, they fighting for the belt, so they kind of not going to be in there. Everybody else I named, Pacquiao not going to happen. Everybody else I named, do I care if Terence Crawford fight them guys? Absolutely not. Ain't nobody in the top 10, 15 WBO I care about. You know, is any of them going to make the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight that much better? Absolutely not, man. What is taking so long for Danny and Porter to announce? I don't know. I'm hearing August 25th, Barclays Center. Remember, it took a long time for Mikey and Robert Easter Jr. to announce. So I don't know. You know, Spencer's as good as I've been saying that. Our Water, what's going on? What's going on? Quan 43, Black Heart, what's going on? The GA Bread. Keith Thurman was supposed to be Mayweather Winky Wright when he upset Mosley. Thurman lost his hunger. Oh, he said he was supposed to be Winky Wake when he upset Mosley. Thurman lost his hunger and sense of purpose once Mayweather retired. I don't think it had nothing to do with Mayweather retiring, because once Mayweather retired, he was elevated to super champion. He was universally seen as the #1 champion, you know, #1 welterweight. Keith Thurman was a fool if you ever think Floyd Mayweather was going to fight him. If he was Mexican, you know, Keith Sanchez, you know, Floyd probably would have fought his ass. Nobody wanted to fight Spence for a little money. That's fair. Hampton, KCMO, Kansas City, Missouri. Spence is the best welterweight. CJ, keep this in mind. No need to knock someone out when you are outclassing the bum that you fighting. No need for the KO. That's Sean Tour. And that's definitely a fucking lie, Sean. I'm gonna call you on that. Mr. KOs for life. Oh, one time he was selling himself when he first came on HBO, his selling point was KOs. So how you go from selling KOs to being safety first? Shut the front door. Hassan Ishmael, what's going on, brother? Thurman really wanted to lose to Mayweather and get cashed out early in his. I don't think Mayweather had nothing to do with it. Come on, man. Everybody knew Mayweather wasn't fighting no black fighter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can hear Kenny Porter speak on it. Everybody know Mayweather wasn't fighting none of them. We knew that. He was elevated to super WBA champion in Keith Thurman. He was recognized as #1 welterweight. He fulfilled his journey. His belly was full. He was happy with that. It had nothing to do with Mayweather leaving. Everybody knew he was never going to get the Mayweather shot, including himself. When he didn't fight Errol Spence, when Mayweather say fight Errol Spence, you fight me, that's the only chance that he had, even though it wasn't going to happen then. Hurricane Henry be more boxing. What's up, Baltimore? In the building. Sometimes Thurman fight, sometimes, and most times. Not most times. That's a good one. Greedy, what's going on, my brother? I don't think Crawford or I think he meant or Errol Spence won, bash no one. You know, I don't know what he mean. Someone please explain to me why y'all keep pushing for black fighters to fight each other and don't push any race to fight each other. I don't know what he said. His English was terrible, but he said, why you always want to fight? You see black people fight black people who don't want to fight the race fight each other. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, two of the best welterweights in the world. Why would I want to see that fight? You know what I'm saying? I don't care shit about nothing else. I want to see the best fight the best. I don't care what color they is. I want to see Ramirez versus David Benavidez, even though David Benavidez is 21. You know what I'm saying? That was a terrible pull of the race card, bro. You know, greedy, eat those words because your greedy ass is dumb as hell for that one. Sorry, bro. Had to give you the dumb sit down word. I should put his ass on timeout for that one, but you know, I ain't gonna do that, man. What's going on, Emmanuel? You know, what's going on? All right, we a little bit caught up now, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, Cedric Foster? Who cares what Penny Porter say? It's not like he can't tell a lie. But was it a lie? Was it a lie? Mayweather was not going to fight another black fighter. Did Kenny Porter lie? Was that not a lie? Did you ever hear of Mayweather seriously think about fighting Errol Spence, think about fighting Terence Crawford and passing the torch, thinking about fighting Keith Thurman? Did you ever seriously think Floyd was going to fight Keith Thurman or Sean Porter? No, he wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't lying about that. Mayweather was not going to fight any young prime black champions. That is not a lie. I can reference somebody when they not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? People want to say, oh, who cares what he said? He didn't lie. He didn't lie. That would be crazy about y'all niggas. Y'all a lot of y'all are the most fickle motherfuckers in the world, man. Fickle as hell. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mark Wonderlick, man? What's going on? Oh yeah, I ain't paid for. Last time I paid for Mayweather pay-per-view, it might have been Haddon and Mayweather. I mean, that was it. Never get me again. I was in high school. You know, but like I said, man. Like I said, Keith Thurman, trying to tell you, dog, we're gonna have shit to do with Mayweather leaving, dog. Because when Mayweather left, he was the #1 welterweight. I'm trying to tell you, when the competition got stiff. When Al forced Robert Guerrero to fight Keith Thurman, and Robert, he couldn't just knock out Robert. And he just got the boxing because Keith Thurman is a front runner. Keith Thurman is good for 6 rounds. You feel me? But after that 6th round, it changes. Go back and look at the Guerrero fight. You can go back to the Soto Karass fight. When Soto Karass buzzed him in the 1st round. Then the Guerrero fight, you know. Then he got to Bundu. You could see the change in style. You know what I'm saying? You could see the change in him. You know, when the competition got stiffer, he you know, and when he got stuff to lose, he started changing. Because I mean, you could think back, KO for life. Amir Khan ain't gonna do nothing. He in the stadium, in the concourse, talking crap about Amir Khan. Remember that? Remember that, Keith Thurman? You know, a guy didn't even go for the knockout versus Leonard Bundu, bro. You know, didn't go for the knockout. It wasn't Errol Spence or Mayweather that made Keith Thurman like that. When competition got thick, Keith Thurman changed, man. Because he fought, yup. Because you remember he first came on the scene versus Orlando Lara. That was on HBO. It was supposed to be Madonna. But Madonna was with Robert Garcia and said he needed more time. Then he fought Quintana at a catchweight. John Shavik, I remember he fought him. He went all in the distance with John Zavik. Diego Chavez, that was a tough fight. He was still chaos for life. You know, Jose Soto Karass, he buzzed him early in that fight. Then he fought Julio Diaz. You know, he got injured. Julio Diaz got injured. Julio Diaz had a draw with Sean Porter before Sean Porter avenged that draw. Leonard Bundu, you know, then he stopped by. That's when he became a punk, you know, and that's right after. That's right, like he fought Soto Karass and Karass buzzed him. That's where the change came. Once Karass buzzed him with that left hook, whatever it was, then he fought Julio Diaz. He got injured. He was aggressive with him. Bundu, he was fighting past him. Then he fought Guerrero. That was the opening of Premier Boxing Champions on network television. He fought Guerrero, and he was beating Guerrero up. But then when Guerrero, found out that Keith Thurman is a 6-round fighter, he started coming on, and Keith Thurman won clearly, but he jogged to the finish line. Then Collazo hurt him with a body shot. So he had 2 tough fights in a row, in my opinion, as far as some adversity. Then he fought Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when the competition got stiffer, Keith Thurman's demeanor changed. His style changed. His style changed. What up, Trey X? His style changed 100%. If they want to make him as the #1 welterweight, go ahead, because he still probably got the best resume. But we know what he doing, dog. He can't fool us, and the people behind the scenes know what he doing. He trying to stretch his career out, man. He can stretch it out all he want. He come back and whoop on all of them. Will power be to him, and I apologize. I apologize to him in his face if you give him an opportunity, man. I would apologize to his face if he came back. But at the end of the day, right now, man, his reputation is bad. His reputation is real bad right now. And I really don't have a problem with him, And if he's really dealing with his wife in that situation, we're trying to get her over here and get her citizenship, it's cool. But at some point, you got to pull yourself out the game and say, here go my belts right here, man. I'm done. I'm going to come back and get my belts when I'm done with my situation. He's not even trying to fight over there in Nepal or Japan, over there in Asia. He ain't even try to get some warm-up fights over there and fight some professional fights. And it's frustrating. He don't owe us no explanation as the fans. He don't. Long as he got that WBA belt, he'll be all right. Hampton, Kansas City, Missouri. Did you see on ES News, Robert Garcia said he thinks Spence loses before this year is over. When asked about Crawford versus Spence, basically, I think he hinted at Mikey versus Spence is really going to happen. Yeah, it probably is going to happen. If he's saying that, he's going to lose before this year, because we know he's not going to lose to Jesse Vargas. We know he's not going to lose to Yugas. And if Broner, I just made this up, somebody told me, just joking around, if we know he won't go lose to Broner, if they was asking Broner to step in with him on pay-per-view or whatever it may be, we know he's going to lose to him. And if they believe they're going to beat him, they're going to beat him. I mean, Mikey Garcia has been in there with some of the best fighters sparring-wise. I think he said he sparred with Chris John, Manny Pacquiao, and he got a check for sparring Pacquiao. He didn't expect it. He sparred, he helped get Madonna ready. Madonna's a big puncher. So, I think that's going to be the mystery pay-per-view, Spence and Mikey. If Mikey jump in there, and like I said, Mikey get in there and he fights Spence, man, power to him, man. Power to him. He sees something in Spence that he can exploit. But like I said, beware, what you see is not always what you get with Spence. He might think he can go in there outbox Spence. He think if Spence come forward and gonna come to him, is gonna give him opportunity to look good versus Spence and score on Spence and boxing and move and stick and move on Spence. But people that have seen Earl Spence in the gym tell me something different. Like, he works on other things. He has good defense when he needs to use. He could box on the back foot when he needs to. He could box side to side when he needs to. And if Mikey takes it to that and get that far, we'll see, man. I just pay for that fight, man. I pay for that fight just off the strength because I like Mikey Garcia and I like Earl Spence. And I know the pay-per-view card gonna be fired because Steven Espinoza says so, man. He really keeps his word most of the time. Marquise Johnson, B-Hop is on some BS now, but he did something that Floyd didn't do, and that was give a young lion a title shot, because B-Hop didn't have to give Jermaine Taylor a shot, and he didn't have to give Kelly Pavlik a shot. He didn't have to give Kelly Pavlik a shot. But hold on, Marquise Johnson. I think we lied to ourselves, brother, because he did give Canelo a shot. He won't give no nigga a shot. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Blue Blood Sports in the building? Let me give my boy Blue Blood a wrench, man. He be going hard, man. He be going hard in the paint. Hey, Blue Blood, I don't know if you're still in the building. You going to the Sean Porter and Danny Garcia card. If you is, I know you're in New York. You probably can go. I'm going to be out there, man. Maybe we can link up, man. I like going to New York. I went for Browner and Vargas. You know, I was out there for that one. And I was out there for Triple G and Danny Jacobs as well, too. So I'm always, you know, I like going to New York. It's a quick hour and some change flight. New York all love, brother. My mom's from the Bronx, so yeah. What up, B More Wood? I see you in the building, brother. I see you. Derek Williams, what's going on, my brother? Crawford coming after straps, bum bashing isn't in his DNA. He ain't got no choice. What y'all talking about? Who is Crawford gonna fight? I just went over this, which I'll get to that in a minute, man. Yeah, Edwin Valero, that's another one. Yup, that's true. Boxing is me. That's another one he said he sparred. You know, hey, y'all remember when Chris John beat Juan Marquez, the young Marquez, and that nigga was crying about how he got robbed over there and wherever Chris John from? Where Chris John from? I can't remember. But he ain't, I think Chris John ain't never left where he from. Marquez was mad. He said they robbed me. And I kind of remember watching that fight. I thought Chris Johnson won, though. Yes, sir, I'll be in the building. We definitely gonna link. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. If I make that trip, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I like if it's at the Barclays, then I like the Barclays. Barclays sweet, man. For sure. I like the Barclays. All them thick Brooklyn women coming out. Ooh, probably with blades in their mouth and their shoes and shit, because you can't carry a pistol. My man's from Queens. I stay in Queens all the time when I go. He be telling me about that. RJ Metalman Woodwork, what's going on, big homie? Man, the welterweight fixing to be the shit in the next year. Watch. Yeah, I hope so. I just don't trust some of these welterweights, dog. I'm sorry, man. Danny Garcia will stretch some shit out, though, man. He will. Danny Garcia fight 2 times this year, won't fight number 1 next year. If I had to trust, hey, look here. If I had to trust a welterweight, bro, y'all gonna call me crazy. If I had to trust a welterweight to really fight Errol Spence other than Crawford, it'll be Sean Porter. You know, I trust Sean Porter, man. Don't ask me why. Because Danny, man, I don't know, man. Sean Porter, I don't know. I just trust Sean Porter to actually fight Errol Spence. You know, I think he'll really go through with it. You know, without no injuries or ducking and dodging. Because I say that because Sean Porter, remember, Sean Porter ain't an A-side. In any other scenario, any other top 5 welterweight, Sean Porter is not the A-side. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of your videos. Would be more TV. Shout out to homie Woodboy More TV on Mayweather Promotions. He had a get off topic from. He had an interview he posted with TMZ when Floyd was talking about everything, his kids' music career, everything but his fighters, man. Everything but his fighters. This dude was talking about. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You know, just remind me in the Q&A section. But I trust Sean Porter because we can go through the rankings right now. You know, let me see you go through the rankings, man. And like I'm saying, I'm trying to refrain from being belligerent because YouTube, man, I can't stand these suckers, man. I can't stand their monetization algorithm. It started messing up again, man. You know, I don't even want to get into it, man. I had to message them. Okay. We already went through the WBO rankings. All right. I'm going to pick some guys out here, okay? Are we going to say Danny, Sean, no particular order? You can go Keith, you know, you can throw him in there. You know, Terence and Earl. Those are the top 5 welterweights. Let's just say that's the top 5 welterweights. You know, in any situation, do you see Sean Porter being the A-side in any of those situations? No. Sean Porter's still hungry for A-side money. And that's why Eddie Hearn, who's supposed to be announcing his own this week or next week, I don't know, his 16 or 18 fighters he's supposed to be signing. You know, that's why he didn't send Sean Porter an offer. Sean Porter is hungry. He got something to prove, you know. He got something to prove as a fighter. Oh, shout out to Black Horseman Promotions. I didn't even see him till Derek Bailey said what up to him. What up? So I'm at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna end this. Keith Thurman can still be the number 1 welterweight because at the end of the day, he still got the best resume from top to bottom. Let's just keep it real. Keith has the best resume from top to bottom. I can respect that. He fought Danny, he fought Sean. You know what I mean? Go ahead, let him say, look, I don't care. You have to delete it. You know, he can be mad. You can say whatever you want to say. I ain't mad at niggas, dog. You know, he could be. That's probably one of them dudes that's mad at me, though. And then I blocked them, and then they came in with another message. Because, you know, Mr. 214, you know, say him and Ellie cool after Ellie called him Beetlejuice and put him on blast. You know what I'm saying? These dudes be buck dancing out here, man. Danny has a better resume overall, but at 147, we talking about at 147 pounds, okay? At 147, Keith Thurman reigns supreme, man. We can look at his resume. I think I still got to pull it up. I don't know, I might not. Yeah, I still got to pull it up. Okay, he entered the television scene with Orlando Lara. Quintana was old. Chavez was a very, very good fight, stylistically wise. He fought Carras before Carras started taking super L's. Remember, Carras beat Andre Berto, too. He fought Julio Diaz, who had a draw with Sean Porter. Ended up losing to Sean Porter again down the road. He fought Leonard Bundu, who was an undefeated old-ass Italian. He fought Guerrero. He fought Collazo. He fought Porter. He fought Danny Garcia. So, at the end of the day, he's still that top dog resume-wise, and if he come back and he whoop everybody butt, I mean, I think a few of us going to owe him an apology. You know what I'm saying? A few of us going to owe Cuz an apology. And if that's the case, I mean, it is what it is. Jacob Salber say Sean Porter is scared of Spence. I mean, he could be. But guess what? He got to take that chance, though. He got to take that chance to be great because guess what? Sean Porter paper ain't looking like Keith Thurman paper. Sean Porter money ain't looking like what Earl Spence paper looking like. His money ain't looking like the $3 million Terence Crawford made a couple weeks. His paper not looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he got to go the extra mile for Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia then invested his money. He made a lot of money from Amir Khan. I mean, to fighting Eric Morales twice, probably bought a nice little bag. I mean, he was fighting, he goes on to fight Matisse on the Mayweather undercard that made a nice little bag. He went to Puerto Rico for Herrera. How do you feel about that? He made some money. He fought Lamont Peterson. How do you feel about that? He made some money. So he done made some money. He done fought Keith Thurman. He done made some money. He done fought Guerrero. He done made some money. Danny Garcia, his dad is helping him invest his money with Al Haymon. He eating. Sean Porter don't have the luxury of that. Sean Porter ain't had no real big money fights. Him and Keith Thurman, that's probably the best money fight he got. Broner, it was some good money, but it wasn't what $3 million he getting. No matter what he doing, at the end of the day, he ain't tasted fame. Even when he beat Adrian Broner, nobody looked at that win. People don't even acknowledge that win for Sean Porter. When people talk about Sean Porter's best wins or his resume, people don't even acknowledge that. That fight hurt him more than it helped him. How sloppy that fight was. Seriously, that fight hurt Sean Porter more than it helped him. Anybody else that beat Adrian Broner blow up, Madonna, Floyd Mayweather, Mikey Garcia, people started looking at him as a pound-for-pound type of fighter. But when Sean Porter beat Adrian Broner, it really didn't do much for him. Let me know that I'm lying or not, man. I'm just telling the truth about that, man. At the end of the day, it's the facts, man. He got a good resume, Jacob, for sure. What's up, Jacob, man? He got a really good resume at 140. I mean, I remember he fought Ashley Theopain. He fought Kendall Hart. He fought Morales twice. When people forgot. People forget the Morales fight, because with the Danny Garcia Morales fight, didn't Eric Morales with one eye give Marcos Maidana the business with one eye? Am I lying? Who remember that Marcos Maidana and Eric Morales fight? That was before the Danny Garcia fight. And Morales was giving Maidana the business with one eye. I don't know how many people remember that fight. Nate Campbell as well. That was a no contest, though. But yeah, Nate Campbell. And let's keep it real, though. Danny Garcia, if you feel he win, lose, or draw, it is what it is. Oh, they probably, a lot of motherfuckers hating because they mad because of that Wilder shit. I don't care. They could be mad all they want to. And I ain't even speaking on that right now. I ain't gotta speak on it. A lot of dudes is jealous though. A lot of dudes is mad off that Wilder thing. I had a guy tell me he probably blocked me, whatever, and then T Chella, whatever that dude, and he come in every now and again and talk. And say, I'm tired of y'all dick riding Wilder. I say, shit, when they dick ride, he a brother too, when they dick ride Triple G, Canelo, and Shell Lomachenko down your throats, when I do videos on them, I don't see you saying nothing on nobody else thread, though. I don't see him say nothing else. Like, shut up. Even black people got that raccoon mentality, if you catch what I'm saying. They got that raccoon mentality. Like, we can't get behind our fighters and do this. Why I keep doing stuff on Wilder and Joshua? That's my business. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But if you need an explanation, I will give you an explanation. Because every time I do a video, I can always go back and build a paper trail on the video. I can always go back and link my articles and say, look, this is that article. I can always go back and say, hey, look, this I spoke on this. This is what Eddie said. I always can go back and have a paper trail each step of the way. If you go back, I did the same thing when Joshua was ducking Luis Ortiz. I did the same thing, and that's why I do it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And that's simple. It's simple as that. And tell me somebody else that go through every last one of y'all comments. It took me an hour to go, legitimately an hour to go through everybody's comments yesterday. Who does that? Who reads every last one of y'all comments? Who else on YouTube does that? Tell me who else goes to not just heart your shit. I come back, read your comment, and give you a rebuttal. You might not like it all the time, but I do that though. I take time on my day to do that. You know? And if it's so easy, to do a channel, please start your own channel and tell me how you trying to get your first 100 subscribers feel. Would Be More TV will tell you. He don't pay for no viewers. He don't pay for no subscribes. We don't do that. Every subscriber you see, I ain't never paid for one. Ask Marlo's Corner. He just was at like 100 subscribers, like shit, not too long ago. He almost over at 400. Because ain't nobody out here paying. Go ahead and look at your favorite YouTuber, most of them. I ain't gonna say no names. I done seen dudes with over 50,000 subscribers, over 100,000 subscribers. When they go live, they got 10 people on there. Their videos barely got 100 views on there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So at the end of the day, if you don't like it, don't watch it though. But you know what? They like it though, because they hating and they always watching though. You know what I'm saying? And that's real spit though. Because you come in here and watch what I say. You like how I say stuff. Oh yeah, you like this style, man. Y'all like it. You know, I ain't mad at you. I like a lot of other dudes' channels for real. You know, I watch as much of these channels as I can. If I ride in the car, if I'm at work with the headphones on. Oh yeah, I like Ego. I like Ego. Ego smooth. I like watching Ego for a long time. 7-8 for a long time. T Street. I used to watch him. I don't really like him no more, you know, but I respect his hustle and his grind. You know, a lot of people say, well, I don't like this guy because he's pro-black. What's the problem if he pro-black or pro-not? He supposed to be for his people. You know what I'm saying? You know, he supposed to be for his people. What's wrong? When you go talking to a Dallas Cowboy fan, he gonna defend the Dallas Cowboys to his death, to the last drop of blood in his body. You know, real talk. So it ain't no different. Because, you know, what's so crazy before we get into the Terence Crawford part, man, I ain't gonna spend too much time. You guys get on us, you know what I'm saying? Because we say something that you don't like. But when we right, y'all don't never come back, a lot of y'all, and say, okay, he was right. But when you wrong, oh, you was wrong, this and that and that. But at the end of the day, show me where you put your pick on wax and came back and owned up to it if you was right or wrong. A lot of guys can't do that. And another thing, y'all come at us like this. Why you don't write Stevie Kim? Why you don't write Doug Fisher? Why you don't write Kevin Iole when they put out some false propaganda? Why didn't nobody write Dan Rayfield when he came out and put that fake report about Dylan White supposed to fight Luis Ortiz? Why y'all don't get at them like that? Because I know y'all don't. Why y'all don't get at them like that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see them at the fights and stuff of that nature. Why y'all don't get on them like that? All that hatred they put in here, why y'all don't get at them like that? Seriously. Why y'all don't get at them like that? Y'all don't write to them or say nothing to them. Y'all don't get at them. Real shit. Because I ain't Stevie Kim. I ain't 5'1", 123 pounds. You know, you can pull up on me and plenty of people, oh, you the dude from you to pull up on me. And I get your demeanor change. But y'all guys won't pull that on them, though. Real stuff. Y'all won't pull that on them. Not at all. Won't sit, and people get on here and say, oh, responding to this guy and this and that and getting disrespectful and foul, though. It's easy to hide behind the keyboard and the screen, though. I don't hide. You know, seriously, dog. Why y'all don't get on the old media like y'all be getting on the new media? I just want to answer, though. Why y'all don't write Dan Rayfield? Why y'all don't write ESPN? Why y'all don't be on this Twitter and this inbox? Why y'all don't say nothing to him? You know, honestly, that's real stuff. You know, Sean Newton, I have a problem with him. He come on here talking crazy every now and again. That's his opinion. As long as he don't get racist to me, I don't have a problem with him. We have a straight relationship. I ain't seen him in a minute. Maybe he got mad because something I said. You know? But at the end of the day, y'all easy to pull up on the guys who trying to make a change for the better. Go ahead, let that show that comment. Go ahead. I want him to be shown. I ain't mad at him. Go ahead and say what you got to say. He said this fat dude and the LDBC say the same shit. Black people have to go back. Black ass Wilder. Wilder is a bum. Get off his dick and start talking facts. Let him say that. What's the fact? What's the fact, boxing man? Big boxing man. I'm gonna show y'all my man. What's the fact? That he offered $50 million? Did he offer him $50 million? And who turned down $50 million, big boxing man? Who turned down $50 million, though? Seriously, who turned down $50 million? Like I thought. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Wilder comes, like, y'all, they want to take it there. Joshua comes out here and say this. And he told Dante Box Nation, I really want to fight in Vegas. You just wanted to fight in Vegas a year ago. Last October. Last October, he was over here trying to fight in Vegas. Last October, Joshua was here. He told Dante, go to Dante Boxing Nation. You ain't have to do that, we agree. Let him come back in. You go to Dante's Boxing Nation last night, dropped the video. He over there in Thailand. Shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. He said, I really want to fight in Vegas. What's the difference? Fight Klitschko in Vegas and fighting Wilder? I don't want to take it from the fans. I don't want to take it from the fans. The same fans that when you get knocked out, they ain't going to be paying to see you no more. They ain't going to want to see you no more play. Go ahead, let them in. You know, $50 million, dog. Not only just $50 million, 50% on the back end, he would have made more north of $100 million. And we don't know what he hiding from. But you want to go fight at Povetkin, and Povetkin and Joshua still ain't signed a deal yet. But we going to move on real quick. And I don't have an issue with AJ, though, before this. Other than the Luis Ortiz situation, I'm on wax saying I favor AJ to beat Wilder several times. On wax. I said it. But it changed, though. His last couple of fights, it changed. But we're going to talk about, what up, Charlotte Corbin? He says he's from the UK. Eddie is to blame for this mess. Trust me. Dirty tricks, spinning stories. He's the master manipulator protecting the cash cow in UK. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Here we go. Let boxing jab in here, man. See all these dudes in here, dog. Look at all these dudes we never seen before. Seriously, I've never seen boxing jab before. I never seen that other boxing cap before. All these dudes I never seen before. Seriously, all these dudes that you never see before. You know, CJ, what you think about boxing beats around switching up? He was a Wilder and Spence fan. Now he hates both those for national pride. Only time I really check out boxing beats and rhymes is, you know, when he made the Travansky song. Travansky, that's the only time I listen to him, you know. And he had a real good video about promoters, I think I listened to, and I really like that video, but honestly, I don't even listen to him from time to time. Hatman, you know, I don't have been listening to his videos on that, but I like Hatman. You know, I understand that these dudes want to go for national pride. I have no problem with it. You know, at the end of the day, the truth will come to the light. If AJ beat him, he beat him. I come on here like a man and say that he beat him. You know, I come on here like a man. If he beat him, he beat him. I don't care. I want to see the fight. But if Wilder beat him, watch all these dudes disappear. You know, when Earl Spence whooped on Kell Brook, when Earl Spence whooped on Kell Brook, what happened? A lot of pages was gone. When Mayweather beat on Pacquiao, a lot of pages died. What up, Hop? What up, homie? What up, Callie? A lot of pages died. We're going to get to Terence Crawford, though. Then we get into some more boxing talk, man. What up, Jose? I didn't even see you in there before you did that. I really don't give a hell. Let these dudes say what they want to say, man. It makes no difference to me. But hold on. Yeah, we're gonna talk about when people will people complain when Terence Crawford started bum bashing. Now we already touched on this a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all our top 10 welterweights. Okay, all right, we're gonna go to the WBA first. Okay, we already talked about it, but we're gonna do it for everybody that walked into the building. All right. Well, now I'm at 54. Okay, the top 10 or the top WBO welterweights is Terence Crawford. He's ranked at number 1, but he's a champion. They haven't upgraded it yet. But Crawford, Pacquiao, we know Pacquiao not happening. The English Cleovos guy, he the guy that knocked out David Averesian on ESPN. You know, I don't care to fight him. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, they 4-6 in the WBO. We know that's not happening. Giovanni Santillon, well, I don't know who that is. Custio Clayton, I don't know who that is. Roberto Arizia, I don't know who that is. Stefan Dayo, I don't know who that is. Luis Vernon, you know, Mika Shonina, Kerman Longoria, I don't know. These guys are in the top WBA. So I'm going to say this and ask this. Did any of them guys I butchered, their names I butchered, do y'all recognize him and would you consider them top welterweights? All right, you can answer that. I go through this. So I'm going to give you the top 10 in my opinion. No particular order, you know. Obviously, we excluding Terence Crawford. We're talking Keith Thurman, Matisse, Danny, Sean. That's 4. You know, you want to say Amir Khan off the name, you can say Amir Khan. That's 5. You want to say Ugas, no particular order. That's 6. Okay. I'm just get some Jamal James 7, Vargas 8, Alexander 9. I'm just throwing some names out there. Rasheed Ellis, he's still a prospect, but he's a good fighter. Carlos Adames 10, and I don't even know if he can make the weight. Okay. There you go, Sammy Vasquez. You know that he could be 11. Josito Lopez 12. I'm just going. Benavidez could be in there. Saddam Ali, he can come back down. He gonna need to clean some Caldwells out. Constantine Poolmar, if you go 13 or 12. So all the guys I named, out of all the top welterweights I named, honestly, how many guys do you see Terence Crawford actually fighting? Out of those guys I named, Amir Khan is not gonna fight him. He's fighting in the first week of September, unless they close the deal that I didn't know about. Okay, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter won't be fighting Terence Crawford. We know that. Jesse Vargas, he don't mix with Top Rank. He left. He had a messy split that went under the rug with Top Rank. He won't be fighting him. Okay, the English guy, I mean, you can put him in the top 10. He can fight Terence Crawford, but does he move the needle? No. Constantine Poolmar, he a Top Rank guy. He beefed with Top Rank. He flew back to Russia. Not sure if he fought again. Does he move the needle? No. Saddam Ali, he got to get fresh again. You know what I'm saying? Sammy Vasquez, he got to build himself back up. He's a PBC fighter. Josito Lopez is a PBC fighter. Amir Khan is an El Heyman affiliate PBC fighter, okay? It can happen. It can't happen. I don't know. Jose Benavidez, I mean, he ain't beat a soul. I don't notice one person on Jose Benavidez's record other than this Frank Rojas guy, and I don't know him who he's beating. Jamal James, he's a PBC fighter. Pacquiao, we know it's not happening. Matisse, possibly. But come on, did anybody see Matisse last fight? He was getting beat by a jab and the guy moving to his left. Ugas, PBC guy, probably gonna try to fight Spence because he's the number 1 contender now. Alexander, PBC guy. Carlos Adames, he's a top ranked guy. I'm not as high on him as he's Dominican. I'm not high on him, but most people don't even know who he is. Okay, I didn't know who he was when he fought on ESPN last time. Okay, and then everybody else in the WBO. Okay, so my point is this. Is Top Rank going to make a fight with Keith Thurman, Devin Alexander, Danny Garcia? No. So who else is this dude, Terence Crawford, going to fight? Okay? If you get Amir Khan, that's a good win. But you're going to say, oh, see, he ain't fought nobody. Amir Khan been knocked out 10 times, and he just beat, what's the dude name? Philo Greco. He ain't even that good. And at the end of the day, he's not going to fight nobody. He's not going to fight any of the top 5 welterweights until it comes to Errol Spence. So I'm not lying to you guys, man. It's a matter of business and how Top Rank conduct business. And people got mad because I said he should fight Devin. And the reason I say he should fight Devin, because Matisse is old. If Matisse and Pacquiao fight, I understand why Bob want to do it, but it's nothing in it for Crawford. Because you can't unify the regular WBA title. So Matisse will be dropping his regular WBA title, I believe, to go fight Terence Crawford. You know? So him being Matisse, I mean, what does that do for him? We seen how Kyron beat him with a jab and moving to his left. You know, Kyron, I don't care what Larry Merchant or what's the dude name? Not Jim Lampley, the old guy. Harold Letterman was scoring the fight. Matisse was getting beat by a jab and moving to his left. One punch and some movement was beating Matisse. Matisse is done. He's done. Only thing that makes it intriguing about Pacquiao and Matisse is they both done, and we want to see if they both can knock each other out. You know? So other than Matisse, okay, if you fight Khan, like I just explained that with Khan, okay, then he fight Adames. Who cares? Most of us don't even know who Carlos Adames is. And the guy told me, well, Adames beat up Crawford and sparring. You know, Adames was a guy that was looking very lethargic on ESPN. Wasn't impressed with him. But first impressions is is the best impression. But, okay. So then you go, who else? Who else this guy gonna fight? Nobody. He's not fighting Sean, Danny, Keith. Nobody's fighting Keith. Jesse, Broner, Lopez, Vargas. He's not fighting none of them guys. None of the only thing that's gonna keep Terence Crawford name rising is fighting on regular ESPN and them keep pushing them. So when two Terence Crawford fight Earl Spence, you gonna be force-fed Terence Crawford versus virtual mismatches. Jose Benavidez, you think I give it? Okay, man. You think I give a hell about a Jose Benavidez? Let's go through Jose Benavidez box rec, my brothers. Okay. Okay, we about to go through Jose Benavidez box rec, man. And you tell me a name that you recognize, man, okay? We about to go through his box rec. He ain't got a picture on Google, man. You search his name up. That's a new thing they just started. Okay, he's 6'2", hand clap, okay? Jose Luis Benavidez Jr., his alias is Merciless, you know, 6'2", 73-inch reach. He's from Phoenix, Arizona, birthplace, Panorama City, California, okay? He's the big little brother to David Benavidez, okay? And I say big little brother because he's smarter than a little brother, okay? He fought Stevie Cox in his debut, 1-0. 0-1 his second one, you know, versus John Michael Vega. 1-3, Robert Hill. 5-4, Scott Paul. Hernando Pacheco, I don't know this guy's name. 3-4-1. Ronnie Peterson, 3-1. He fought Josh Beeman, 4-6-3. He fought Manuel, son, whatever. 4-2. He fought Winston Mathis, 6-2. He fought Fernando Rodriguez, 5-1. He fought James Hope, 6-7-1. He fought Corey Alarcon, 14-7-1. He fought Derek Bell, 6-9. He fought Samuel Santana, 4-4-2. He fought Josh Sosa, 10-2. He fought Javier Loya, 7-0. He fought Pavel Miranda, 19-7. Okay, we're gonna keep going here. He fought Angel Hernandez, 16-4-1. Obviously, he had a layoff somewhere in here because he got shot. Glad he back, though. He fought for the vacant NAB Junior Welterweight title, 2014, July 26th, excuse me. Henry Arata, 16-8-1. All right, then back in 2014 in December, on the 13th, he fought Mauricio Herrera. He won by unanimous decision. Interim World Boxing Association super lightweight title. So at 140, he won the interim WBA title against Mauricio Herrera back in 2014. Then that's a good name. Jorge Pazza Jr., 38-5. It was for the interim title again, and that's in 2015 in May. Then he fought Sydney, 26-10. He fought Francisco Santana, 24-1. And then this year he fought Matthew Stroud, 24-5. For Frank Rojas. Other than Mauricio Herrera, I see nobody on this resume that I know of. And he fought Mauricio Herrera at 140 pounds. At 6'2", 140 pounds. I don't know even how the motherfucker made the weight. But he made the weight, there's no debate. So anybody on that resume that pops to me, no. You know, you could talk about, you know, he was a good amateur, or you know, he's my next door neighbor. I really don't care. I'm just saying, you know, who, I mean, other than Mauricio Herrera 3 years ago, I mean, what makes him and Terence Crawford a big fight? You know, and people got mad because I say he should fight Devin. But Devin has a way better background and resume and does more than Jose Benavidez. Only thing that Jose Benavidez does is make it convenient for Top Rank to make an in-house fight. And that's what I'm getting at. Top Rank will consistently make in-house fights. And when they can't make in-house fights, when they don't want to, they go find fighters that have lower or lesser promoters they can get options on. That's how they got Jeff Horn to fight Pacquiao. You know, Pacquiao to fight Jeff Horn. They used Jeff Horn to get the belt out of Pacquiao's hands to get it to Crawford. And they made Pacquiao go to Australia to fight him. Have you ever seen a legendary fighter of Pacquiao's ilk, which is not too many of them walking around, dead or alive, where a legend at the end of his career had to go to another man's country and get set up like that? No, only Bob Arum does that. Triple H 1200 in a building punch quote. What it do? Oh, he's talking about Josh Taylor, man. Let it go, man. Let it go. We done talking, but let's see what he said. He says Josh Taylor is a classier version of Caleb Plant. When they both fight punchers with reflexers, and they are going on the canvas. Okay, I don't believe that to be true. Because Josh Taylor likes to fight on the front foot and Caleb Plant fights on the back foot. So your assessment is rejected. Two different type of fighters, not at all. Josh Taylor can fight on the back foot, but he's reluctant to do so. And until he do that, and if he don't do it, you might be right. He might be going down. But that was his 13th fight. How many guys in 13 fights could have beat Victor Postol like that? I mean, Regis Prograis got how many fights? 25, 26 fights? And he ain't been tested not once. You want to say Ndongo? I'll give you that. Well, Postol ducked out of the fight. Hey, okay, it ain't got nothing to do with me. He didn't fight him. You know, just keeping it real, man. DJ Yo, Game of Thrones. Never watched it, man. I'm catching up on Luke Cage. You know what, DJ 07? That's going to be my next one to go for. Game of Thrones. I'm going to start binge watching. I can't get with the zombie stuff, though. What's that, The Walking Dead? I can't get. We're going to go through some of these comments, man. Q&A. Y'all ask questions right now. Until the end, I'll read the comments to go back to them. What up, gangs? PP? What's going on, brother? Lawrence Williams gift decision against Herrera. That's it. Okay, he got a gift to see. I didn't see the fight. See, Lawrence Williams, he's sitting the fight. Lawrence Williams, he ain't here a lot. I gotta get a homie a wrench. You know what I'm saying? Harry Brewster, I already see him in here as well too, man. I like Harry. What's going on, Harry? And don't think because we got a different opinion that I'm gonna block you. So I don't really do that. As long as you don't get racist, that's all I really care about. Call me fat, whatever you want to do. You know, it's interesting. People call you names and they behind a computer screen though. You know, and I usually get on camera just today. Just didn't feel like it. Just didn't feel like it. And I'm enjoying a drink. I can't find you. Sorry, bro. Next time I'm gonna catch you, man. Lawrence Williams. I can't find you on here. I'll probably pass you. Oh, there you go. Fuck. I just run past you again, Lawrence. Fuck. What's up, Houdini? Houdini sometimes. How you could be Houdini sometimes, man? You just gonna use your magic sometimes, bro. Here we go. And here we go. I was just trying to find this guy. You know, moderator. Risk game getting thick, man. Ego is a huge Come on, Donald Trump. Chill out, man. Chill out, man. I like Ego, man. Ego cool. You know, he passionate, though. I like boxing Ego. That's the homie. Hold up, legend. Flint in the building. What's up? That's a drive up 75. I like Flint. You know. First Shields, man. I love women boxing, man. I fell in love with it. I like women MMA. I like women's tennis. You know, shout out to women's boxing, man. Christian Shields doing her thing, and Hannah Gabriel. Let's give it up to Hannah Gabriel. She did a good job. Okay. Trying to do some comments, but I'm just gonna start over, man. I'm blocking disrespectful niggas. You can get disrespectful, man. As long as you ain't racist, that's all I care about, man. If I sense some racial undertones, then we got a problem, man. Yeah, Detroit in the house. Like I said, man, you know, I don't hide from nowhere. Damo Hizzy, you not going to mention Spence saying he's not going to fight Bud to 2020. That's what we've been talking about, my brother. That's exactly what we talking about. That's exactly what I said. He said, I don't know if you just came in, but I said that Spence is in the beginning. I said Keith Thurman is holding it up. I said, what's the point of Spence waiting on Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia? He should fight Terence Crawford right now. So I'm with you. I mean, I don't care about. I'm the first guy to start saying that. I don't care about marinating this fight. I don't care. I don't care about this fight being marinating. I want them to fight right now. A belt ain't gonna change nothing. Hey, Web Forest, they ain't gonna smack you. They ain't gonna be disrespectful to your face. That's the problem. So I don't worry about it. Somebody said, I think Charlotte Corbett said something about I can't. Man. Here we go. Regis Progress is the best at 140. I can't agree with that. He looks the best. He looks the best. He does. But, I mean, I haven't seen him tested yet. And that's my opinion right there. That's my opinion on Regis Progress. You know, I can't say a guy's the best in the division if he hasn't been tested. Now, if and probably when he comes out in the 140-pound tournament, he's the best. He's the best. When he come out that 140-pound tournament, he's the best at 140. Period. He's the best. I'm not going say that he is and he ain't. But at the end of the day, have we seen Regis Progress in any type of adversity? No. No. I just seen him on Showbox for the first time, like what, a year ago when he fought the dude coming up from 130. You know? So at the end of the day, I just want to see him tested first. I don't know who's the. I still say Mikey's the best at 140, but I think Regis probably will beat him. You know, especially with some more seasoning. That's my opinion on that. I wasn't. If you want to talk about Mikey and Earl, I wasn't impressed with Mikey at 140. I said we'd come back to that. I wasn't impressed with Mikey at 140. I mean, only reason that Sergey and I was the first person to tell you guys that Sergey Lipinets was going to give him issues. Okay. Somebody said, what do you think about LeVar Ball's JBA? Will it be successful? I haven't even been paying attention. I seen them, they had uniforms and LaMelo Ball is growing like crazy. I don't know if it'd be successful. Only he knows. I mean, maybe he should have partnered with Ice Cube and the Big Three, and they could have did, you know, some type of day and night thing. That would have been smart. But he knows what I mean. LeVar Ball is about to get his son's gonna be playing over in Kyrgyzstan, man. And I hop on another stream and we talk some basketball or something. I got Mikey pretty easily. But like I said, somebody pointed me to ES Sekback news. And, you know, I really, you know, I'll speak on that later, you know, about Eddie Sekback, man. But, you know, you think about it, you know, Mikey and Lipinets, that's where I was at. Mikey and Lipinets, I told you guys the first to tell you that Lipinets was going to give him a problem, you know. Lipinets was going to give him a problem because Lipinets was a tough fighter. But when I told you guys that Mikey was going to beat Lipinets and I looked at the film, Lipinets didn't have any feet. Lipinets had 0 feet. And look at Lipinets' footwork. I got you, Black Horseman Promotion in a minute. Look at Lipinets' footwork. It was terrible. That's the first thing I look at a fighter when you talk about their feet. Their feet. Look at their feet. It's going to tell you a lot about a fighter. And when I say Lipinets' feet, that's the only reason that Lipinets didn't beat Mikey. And look what Lipinets did to Mikey's nose. He busted Mikey's nose. Imagine if Earl Spence was hitting Mikey like that. I mean, you know, yeah, imagine if Earl was hitting Mikey like that. It would have been over with. You know, remember old boy put Mikey down. It was more of a flash knockdown. Rocky Martinez. Black Horseman Promotion. Boxers Me said, is you going on live later? He been asking that for an hour. I definitely would like a rebuttal so I can stop seeing that. But do you think Thurman, Black Horseman Promotion, do you think Thurman can make a strong comeback? Yeah, he can make a strong comeback. I believe he can. You know, it's like he said not today. It's like riding a bike. You know, if he can get it back in physical shape, he can make a comeback. But you know, if you make a comeback, what if his body's just breaking down? He can't do it no more. You know, because when your body is not in motion, it starts breaking down. That's why you see old people when they go to the hospital, they usually die. When you see old people laying in the hospital, they don't let them get up and walk. They get pneumonia from sitting in the hospital and being still. It's never good. A body in motion, you got to stay in motion. That's why a lot of older people I learned don't like going to the hospital because they can't get up and move. And you lay in there and they want you to die. Hospital is where you die at. You know, even when you're not, you know, intended to die. Tommy Burner Mendez. Damn, bro, you see my post, give me a shout out. No, I didn't see your post, bro. I apologize. You know, the chat moving fast, bro. I got a chat on my computer and my phone, so I'm trying to pay attention to both. And I'm drinking, bro. So, Tommy, I'm gonna check you out though. Mikey versus Spence, who you got? That's a dumbass question. Earl Spence. Fucking with you, Tommy, dog. I think Mikey can beat Earl though. I think I'll give him a 20% chance to beat Earl. I give him a chance because of Mikey's technique and fundamentals and his pedigree, but I just think Earl is gonna be too much for him, man. Period. You know, Mikey is fat at 140. He will be chubby at 47. Yeah, remember he's trying to jump up to 154 and fight Cotto? His body, I mean, I don't care about physique, but golly, he was looking sluggish versus Olympiads. You know, but if he jump up and do it, I mean, you know, power to him, man. Power to him. You know. Oh yeah. Hey, Be More Wood, hit me up. I mean, you can do messages on YouTube too, man. You do, or you can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And the links in the description. You just DM me there. I think Garcia really did up his elbow. Could be. But remember, he said he hurt his arm before the fight, though. But I mean, I'm gonna go back and me, Black Horseman Promotion, and Callie and Corey. We should all go back, watch the fight. We should do that once a week. Watch a fight and give a live reaction to us watching the fight. That'd be a good idea. I don't care who channel we'll be on. Yeah, they hating DJ, yo. I don't know why, man. See, is this dude they love to listen to and hate? Yeah, that's pretty much everybody else in the same circle I'm in. Donald Trump. Why it almost went all the way with K. I don't know what he meant by that one. Trump, man, what's going on? You drinking like me? Jose, I think it's going the distance. He said it's going the distance, whatever Jose said. So who is Spence going to fight? Mikey, Vargas, those chicks. And that's an interesting thing that he bring that up about Vargas. Ain't it funny how Earl Spence started calling out Vargas when we thought Broner was going to fight Vargas, and then Broner started going crazy, you know? You know, ain't that funny? I think they try to make Broner fight on somebody else, and Broner didn't want to do it. I honestly think that. I think they try to make Broner fight somebody else, and it's just a hunch, and I don't have any insider information. I think they try to make him fight Keith Thurman, and he didn't want to do it. I heard Keith Thurman back, you know, in the States or something. I don't know how true it is, but nobody likes body shots. Nobody can take it to sooner or later. You're gonna break down exactly. And the reason why a lot of people don't go to the body. Web farts is because, you know, when you go to the body, you open to headshot. A lot of people don't want to trade your body for a head. Burner in a bad place. He probably is, man. We don't care, you know. Only person can say Broner is Floyd Mayweather. You know, but somebody had a question I was supposed to get back to. I can't remember what it was. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, it'd be nice to you know, I'm going through the chat, run through the chat, run through the chat, run to the chat, run through the chat. Let me see. No, I'll count on Easter fighting like Paul Williams instead. Yep. Triple H, I agree. Easter ain't gonna use that height and that. You know, shit just don't happen like that. This ain't a story. You know, this ain't Rocky changing his style in one training camp with Apollo Creed. Easter gonna at some point revert back to fighting like Easter fight, man. He gonna revert back to that. Oh yeah, the VAR, remember that one. These tournaments are brilliant for boxing. I agree. Yeah, these tournaments are good, man. I definitely support the World Boxing Super Series tournament, man. I definitely support that, man. Women's boxing, I had the Roland Andrew first one to KO St. John's on ESPN. Check it out. All right. Oh, Tommy Buns, what up, bro? Really knowledgeable, bro. Give me a shout out. Yeah, Tommy Bermudez. That's what he was talking about. I ain't go that far up, Tommy. He probably gone on, probably like, fuck the boxing clinic. I'm gonna give him his 23rd dislike. Just fuck with you, dog. Lawrence Williams, it's my brother right there. What's going on? All right, we all the way to the top, man. I done went through them all and went back. You know, AJ 21 fights, 3 belts already, always ready. No baby bottle. I mean, he didn't beat anybody for those 23 belts. To be honest, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, Triple H. I mean, Joseph Parker is garbage. I'm sorry. I've been telling you that since day one. You know, Joseph Parker is garbage. But Tommy Bermudez, AJ, I heard that AJ and Vladimir Klitschko did take Vada for that one fight, though. See, people say I'm a hater, but I'm fair, though. I'm gonna tell it all. I'm not gonna just withhold information that I know. So at least he did Vada once. But back to that, back to Punch Quote, though. Back to Punch Quote. 3 belts. I mean, he beat Charles Martin. What does that mean? I mean, name me a heavyweight right now that you favor in the top 10. You favor Charles Martin over. I believe Big Baby Miller will beat Charles Martin. I believe Dillian messed up Mr. T Fade will beat Charles Martin. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe that. All right. Seriously. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko had been knocked out a few times in his career, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, let's pull up box rec. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too familiar with Vladimir Klitschko's box rec. I lie. But I'm pretty sure Ross Purity beat him. You know what I'm saying? But let's slow it down. Okay. He was knocked out by Ross Purity in 98. He turned pro in 96, same year as Floyd Mayweather. He got knocked out by Ross Purity, who was 24-13-1. Okay. He was knocked out in 2003, about 5-6 years later, by Corey Sanders, who was 38-2. He was knocked out by Corey Sanders in the second round. He was knocked out by Ross Purity in the 11th round by TKO, okay? You know? Then he was knocked out by Layman Brewster in 5 rounds, 29-2, okay? So those are 3 knockouts he got, you know what I'm saying? He got knocked out 3 times, all right? And, you know, it took Anthony Joshua 11 rounds to knock out a 41-year-old heavyweight who's been consistently knocked down. You know, who's been knocked out a couple of times in his career, okay? And not to say that, I mean, Klitschko fought Brian Jennings, and Brian Jennings didn't get knocked down not once versus Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't get dropped once. Neither did Tyson Fury, and Steve Cunningham knocked down Tyson Fury. And Luis Ortiz knocked out Brian Jennings, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, the next fight after Vladimir Klitschko, Luis Ortiz knocked out Brian Jennings in 7 rounds for the interim WBA belt. For the interim belt, he knocked him down. I'm just saying. So Vladimir Klitschko couldn't knock out Brian Jennings, but Luis Ortiz could. But Luis Ortiz is an old man, and Luis Ortiz is a guy that AJ said, he did too, that Vladimir Klitschko didn't want to fight neither. AJ didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz neither. Then he don't want to fight Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Sam Peters knocked down Vlad 3 times in the first fight. I forgot about Samuel Peters. I skipped over big fella. Hey, who said that? Lawrence Williams. How many times did Samuel Peters knock down a natural middleweight in James Toney? How many times did Samuel Peters knock down James Toney? Can I get an answer? How many times did Samuel Peters knock down James Toney? What's up, Dallas J? Ortiz on blood pressure medicine, CJ. He probably was cheating. You know, people said that people don't even know he cheated versus Latif Coyote. He got popped versus Latif Coyote. People forget that. Latif Coyote got some bad luck. White ducked Ortiz. Yeah, he ducked him. After him, White and Miller, Ortiz is an old man. Neither one of them want to fight him, though. You know what I'm saying? Wilder went out his way to fight Ortiz. He did. He went on his way and he didn't have to fight him. I didn't think Wilder was going to take the fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was favoring Ortiz for the first fight. Then he failed the test. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go Wilder. You know, that's just what I said. But hey, it is what it is, man, because when they get in the ring, maybe none of that'll matter. But what I will say is Anthony Joshua, ever since the Vladimir Klitschko fight, he looked like dog shit, bro. The Carlos Takam fight, he looked like dog shit. Joseph Parker fight, he looked like dog shit, you know. And Joseph Parker is a guy that I didn't think was too good, in my opinion. You know, honestly, Joseph Parker, I mean, he lost to fucking Andy Ruiz, some people say. And then some people say, I thought he lost to Huey Fury. And so I will say Ortiz is 50 years old. Okay. But even if Ortiz is 50 years old, okay, he still knocked out Brian Jennings when Klitschko couldn't. AJ still ducked Luis Ortiz at 50 years old before he failed the drug test. Okay. Klitschko before that didn't want to duck Ortiz as well, too. So, I mean, and hold on. Let's take it back, though. One of these people saying Ortiz after the Irish Mike Perez hype, remember that? When they was hyping up Irish Mike Perez? After that fight, okay, he was the greatest. Oh, Mike Perez is going to take over the heavyweight division. And then he got exposed by Brian Jennings. Oh, Luis Ortiz, you know, ain't nobody want to fight King Kong. Beating your chest. Remember that everybody was on the Luis Ortiz wagon? Remember everybody was on the Luis Ortiz wagon? What up, Angel Santos? Remember everybody was on the Luis Ortiz wagon? Oh, he the greatest. And then Anthony Joshua beat Charles Martin. People thought he was a great fighter. Just because it was like 20, 30, 40,000 fans to see that fight. Like I said, bro. Like I said. Anthony Joshua ain't really beat nobody neither. Klitschko, no, I'm not letting that fly. I'm not letting that fly. People say, well, Wilder Dutch Klitschko and stuff of that nature. And, then Wilder come out and say, well, Klitschko said I had to fight this guy. Do it matter? I mean, Klitschko is one of the most chinniest fighters I've ever seen. If Amir Khan was a heavyweight, he'd be Vladimir Klitschko with the chin. So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to say this. If they fight, they fight. But we know it's a fact. It's an actual fact. It's a fact that this dude turned down $50 million. It's a fact that they sent them all the clarifications they want and all the proof of funds. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact that Anthony Joshua told Dante Boxing, I want to fight in Vegas. But when it came to Wilder, I want to do it for the fans. I'm going to do it for my UK fans, a big unification fight. Okay, Wilder said, I'll come over there and fight you. Let's go. Then they put these stipulations in the contract, which nobody knows what the stipulations were, the clarifications they needed. He trying to put the fight on the zone in the United States. In the zone? I ain't paying for the zone. I'm streaming. No Eddie Hearn or Hood Rat shall prosper against me, bro. No Eddie Hearn. Did old ass Vladimir Klitschko put Joshua on his ass? Did older ass Ortiz put Josh Wilder on his ass? No. Wilder didn't drop him. People say, well, Wilder almost dropped him. If he would have took a couple more punches, Wilder would have. And he didn't drop though. Wilder didn't fold. But Joshua was on his back with his legs open. Like Eddie Hearn was blowing him out. He had his legs open with them little tight ass shorts. 250 fucking pounds or 260 pounds on the canvas by Vladimir Klitschko. And remind you, Deontay Wilder was 214 pounds going against Luis Ortiz, who was about 245 or 250. Wilder weighs 220. He comes into the fight at 220. He's routinely outweighed, though. And honestly, what is there not to like about Deontay Wilder? Take the Anthony Joshua stuff away. What did Wilder do for you guys not to like Wilder? Honestly. What did Wilder do for you not to like him? He did nothing. He never wasted all your TV time. They never was pushing Wilder as like they was pushing Seth Mitchell or even like they was pushing Brian Jennings. They never pushed him down your throat like that. How they shoved Triple G down your throat? They never shoved Wilder down your throat like they shoved Triple G down your throat. They never did that. But all the guys they pushed down your throat that fell short or didn't turn out to be what they're supposed to be, they don't get half the hate that Joshua does. That Wilder does. What's up, Mr. Harris? They don't get that hate. Felix Verdejo, they shoved him down their throat. He gonna be this great. He failed. Okay, he failed. Triple G is supposed to come to America and take over. He didn't take over. He didn't fight nobody till he fought Danny Jacobs. And he thought Danny Jacobs was a walking knockout, and he wasn't. Okay. All right. Then you can look at trying to see who else was like that, man. You could say I don't know. There was a few of them. I just can't think about them on top of my head. You know what I'm saying? There's a few guys that was like that, man. I think after the motorcycle accident, Verdejo was fucked up, man. I thought Verdejo was going to be Terry Flanagan, though. But like I said, he got injured again. And then he got knocked out after that. So, I'm just saying, wow. What's the hate for the guy for, man? The guy ain't never stole no money from you. Never had to pay pay-per-view for that. Yeah, he did. Harry Buster, he did a good job with Wilder Jab. It's like you can ask anybody. You want to ask LDBC, YTBC, any boxing aficionado. Nobody's seen Wilder being this good. And neither did Eddie Hearn. If Wilder wasn't here, Anthony Joshua, it'd be the takeover. But in boxing, it's always that one hurdle. If it's a one-weight class above you, it's two-weight class above you, it's one, or if it's a weight class below you, it's somebody that's coming. That's gonna give you that. That's gonna give you hell. And for Vitaly Klitschko, the shoulder injury, and it was Lennox Lewis that damaged his little reputation. For Vladimir Klitschko, it was Layman Brewster, Ross Purity, and Corey Sanders. You know, in his prime. You know what I'm saying? That damaged his resume. It's always that one guy, usually in the major weight classes. You know, for every Floyd Mayweather, it's a Pacquiao. For Canelo, it's a Triple G. It's always a rival in your weight class. Trust me. And people will tell you, I thought Seth Mitchell, Mike Perez, Brian Jennings, Chris Ariola, they tell you Bermane Stiverne. People thought all these guys was going to be better, including me. We thought these guys would be better than Deontay Wilder. Seriously. We thought, I mean, Deontay Wilder was a guy who hadn't stepped up, you know. But remember, this is the same guy that won a bronze medal with no boxing background. He did it to save his daughter. His daughter had a disability. He fought with heart, won a bronze medal off of nothing. So when he got to the professional ranks, you got to understand is he needed fights. He needed fights. He needed fights. He needed those fights to make up for the lack of amateur experience he had. And that's what people don't understand. This dude had no amateur experience. Most people won't understand because they ain't never threw a punch in their life. What's the importance of having an amateur background? That's very important. Because you see all different styles. It's repetition. You throwing the jab since you was 10, 11 years old, 12 years old, moving. You doing this for 10, 15 years. You know, 10 years. These guys have been doing it for 10, 15, 12 years. You know. And he just out there fighting guys who got that clout. And Anthony Joshua didn't have much of an amateur background as well neither. He didn't. And that's true. How many times you see two guys with a lesser amateur background experience be the two top guys in the division? You don't see that often. And people say, well, you guys hate Joshua. Nobody hates Joshua. Seriously, nobody hates Joshua. It's it's what he's doing in these negotiations, and it's repetitive. It's lies. You know, it's contradictions. And we're debunking those contradictions and those lies. A lot of people don't like it, man. And you don't like it, fuck you. You know, you don't like it, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I can't force your thoughts. All I can do is give you the facts. And if you accept them, you accept them. If you don't, you don't. Seriously, man. But any more questions? Somebody says, I ain't gonna read that. Amateur background is one of the most important things. Look at Loma. Yeah, look at Loma and Ricky Diab. Those are very, very important things. Amateur background and all that other stuff. It's a must. What's up, Mike Bowie? Tony Yoka, Daniel Du Bois, Nathan Gorman, Simon Kern, Tony Lippett are all coming. Yeah, I keep hearing about Tony Yoka. You know, I don't know about him. I know about Daniel Du Bois. I like him. And what about the other guy, the other French guy? What's his name? Joe Joyce. He looked like he an athlete. You know, I don't really got down to the chance to break down film, but I think he's a good athlete. I'll give him that. Shit, if Anthony Yarde don't watch his weight, he's gonna be a heavyweight in a minute. He's gonna be a heavyweight in a minute, man. Jose, this man said Algerian Bundu, like those were great wins. I mean, y'all mad at Algerian Bundu? I mean, people do leave out about Algeria, how Spence steamrolled Algeria and Ruslan Provodnikov and Pacquiao couldn't do that though. I'm just saying. Bundu, Keith Thurman won 12 rounds with Bundu. Earl Spence destroyed him in 4 or 5 rounds. What up, Bracy? I'm just saying. I'm not saying they great wins, but I mean, or Hank Lundy, Felix Diaz, Thomas Delorme, Klimov, British Prescott, Ricky Burns, Ray Beltran, Darijon. Yeah, I know Crawford's whole resume, man. You know, at the end of the day, you get in the ring, we see what happened. Algeria wasn't a good win then. I mean, what was a good win for Terence Crawford then? Because Algeria was a former world champion. Lundy was never a champion. Delorme was never a champion. Okay? Felix Diaz was never a champion, period. So those 3 guys was never champions, and those are three of his most important fights at 140. Postal was a champion, good fighter, you know. But like I said, he fought British Prescott at 142. And most of the names he fought at 140, I think Algieri was a better 140 pounder than Julius Ndongo, in my opinion. Am I lying? Would you say Algieri was a better 140 pounder than Julius Ndongo? So see how I can just poke poke holes. And that Prescott beat Amir Khan. I mean, okay, what else he do after that? He was a punching bag. He was a pinata after that. See, I can poke holes in that. Algieri at 140 pounds. And he fought Pacquiao at 144. He didn't make weight, though. But at 140 pounds, Algieri was better than, you know, everybody that Crawford fought besides, you know, Postal. Just off the top of the dome. You know, I think it was better than everybody in Postal. Laugh if you want to laugh. He went to 4-12 with Pacquiao. He beat Provodnikov. You know, he beat Emmanuel Taylor before, you know, Broner beat him and before, you know, Matisse knocked him out at 147. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Spence went in there and destroyed him in, what, 3 or 4 rounds? See how that can just come back and bite you in your butt? That can just come back and bite you in your butt. I just exposed what you just said just like that. So you got to come with a tighter argument. What up, Escobar Boxer? What it do? Lewis Coleman in the house. One time is the king of the welterweight division. Only champ to hold 2 belts and still has 1. Okay. You know, you see, you got it. That's exactly what I said earlier. I said Keith Thurman is still the guy. He got the best resume. I ain't mad at him. In your opinion, how do you think Regis does at 147? Mike Bowie, that's hard to tell because I haven't seen Regis Prograis tested. He hasn't been tested. And we can talk about his resume as well, too. He hasn't been tested. Oh, yeah, my dog. He outside. That nigga mad as hell right now. I got to go get that nigga. He probably like, man, this whole ass nigga, man. This nigga got me outside, bro. I'm ready to come inside. I smell that chicken. He about to start and banging at the door. Hold on. Reach Progress. I'll let you in a minute. He probably like, it's getting dark out here. Come on, bro. Okay. We go to Regis Progress resume, okay. No, I didn't go to the Shields fight, man. Fuck them, man. I applied for credentials. They didn't even hit me back. I won't fucking with it. I like Clarissa, though, but I ain't go. My boy, he went, though. I ain't go. You know, they could have hit me back and said something, dog. But he fought a guy that's 0-1, 2-15. Guy in his debut, got 2-13. Got 10-8 and 1. I got 3-4-1. I got 10-11-1. Felipe Reyes 5-1. Aaron Anderson 3-29. He fought Martez Logan 26-56. He's fought Mario Hermosillo 12-14-4. He fought Jeff Humphreys 2-0. He fought Hector Velasquez 56-24-3. Abraham Alvarado 19-7-1. Amos Coward 11-0-1. He fought Abel Ramos in NABF junior super lightweight title 14-0-2. He fought Aaron Herrera 29-4-1. Stopped him in 1 round. Luis Arado Flores 21-3. He knocked him out in 4. Wilfredo whatever 18-6. Joel Diaz Jr. 23-0-0. He was a lightweight moving up to 140. And obviously he just knocked out Julius Ndongo in 2 rounds. Was 22-1-0. So with Prograis, I haven't seen him tested, so it's hard to say, man. He's 29 years old. He turned pro 6 years ago at 23. And we haven't seen him tested. I like him. He passed the eye test. Yeah, Gamboa is a better win than Chris Algieri. But guess what? Gamboa was a lightweight, and I'll talk about 140. Gamboa, a good win. Good fighter. But let's keep it real. Gamboa was a blown-up 135-pounder. Gamboa really was designed to be a featherweight. And it was a great fight. It turned out to be a better fight because Gamboa was boxing Crawford up early. Crawford made the adjustment to southpaw and did what he had to do. Regis reminds me of Shane Mosley a lot. I haven't really seen a lot of exclusive tape on Prograis because he ain't fought nobody. You know, most of his fights don't go that long. So what happens when somebody, and it's always somebody in boxing that's going to be able to take your power and give it back. So what happens when somebody takes his power or takes his power away from him and give it back to him? We'll know. And hopefully in this tournament, we figure it out. And we talk about the 140-pound tournament. My wild card is Ryan Martin. You know, he's rumored to be in that tournament. You know, he's a K2 fighter. He used to be with 50 Cent. You know, he can fight, man. Gamboa was a little powerhouse. Yeah, but he was never an effective 35-pounder. How was Algeria blown up 140-pounder, bro? Tell me that. How was he a blown up 140-pounder? Now you can say he was a blown up 147-pounder, and I respect that opinion a little bit more. How was Algeria a blown up? How Algeria was a blown up 140-pounder, bro? Please tell me. I'm gonna look in a minute. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Someday. No. Here we go. Okay. I'm not sure where he started at. I'm trying to see. Reach, height, stance. Yeah. I'm trying to look if they got the weight for his first fight. See, they don't have no weight on his first fight, so I can't tell you. So I don't know if he fought a catch weight, but I don't know, man. You know, Algeria, I remember him fighting at 140, and that was it, man. Here we go. Gamboa was a gold medalist boy and a better all-around fighter than Spence. What does a gold medal win? What does a gold medal mean, bro? How is Gamboa an all-around better fighter than Spence when obviously, what has he ever done? He fought some good fighters. I like Gamboa. But Gamboa 135? Nah. Gamboa at 135? No, he was not a true 135-pounder. Gamboa was more of a 35 and 26-pounder. Okay, how is he a blown-up junior welterweight if he started at 140? Junior welterweight is 140 pounds. So watch what you're saying. Watch what you're saying. I don't know, October, November, maybe. You know? Yeah, I thought Ocampo was winning the first round until he got knocked down. I agree with that. I do. I thought Ocampo was winning it. And I thought he was doing some good work, you know, the work that he was doing, but Earl Spence caught him. This dude said Gamboa is a better all-around fighter than Earl Spence. Like, get the hell up out of here. Gamboa, how many times Gamboa was knocked down in his career, dog? Legitimately, how many times Gamboa was knocked down in his career? Seriously, how many times Gamboa was knocked down in his career? You know what I'm saying? You can say he done more. Okay, he been a professional for way longer than Earl Spence. He's been a professional longer than Earl Spence. So what does that mean? Nothing. And if Earl Spence beat Terence Crawford, you're going to be in your feelings. You're going to be crying. You're going to be crying. Gamboa was the truth at 26. 130. He was pretty good, but 135? Okay, now you want to come back and say he was a blown up 47-pounder. However you want to say it. It don't matter. He did. Spence blew him out the water, bro. However you want to say it. Algeria was better than everybody Terence Crawford fought at 140 pounds except for Victor Postol and maybe Felix Diaz. Gamboa was hella sloppy, always dropping his hands and walking sloppy. He's not better than Earl. That was Angel 313. Jose, you don't believe that yourself. I don't know what Jose said. So I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I was saying Ocampo was winning that round, but Ocampo lost. If y'all silver linings and Ocampo was winning a round that he got knocked out in, I mean, y'all reaching, man. Y'all reaching. Yeah, join the Boxing Lounge 2.0. Facebook. These dudes is crazy, man. My dog crying, man. I don't know if y'all heard him. Huh? He ready to come in, man. He smelling like chicken. Yeah, I acknowledge that. I say Felix Diaz is better than Algeria. I acknowledge that. I can acknowledge that and say I was wrong. Yeah, I agree. But he was never a champion at 140, though. Yep. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm about to log off, man. Appreciate everybody for rolling up in here. You know, what up, Jose, man? Ocampo is a fucking 10, man. 10 man. 10 man. Get your dog. Yeah, he'll be all right, man. Motherfucker already ate and everything. You not a Crawford fan. Question, sir. Do you feel Crawford is a hype job? Absolutely not. Crawford is my #1 pound-for-pound fighter. But technically, Lewis Coleman, I leave my #1 pound-for-pound fighter vacant. My true #1 spot is vacant. And I just go start off with Crawford. So I don't see there's really no face to box right now But no, Crawford is not a hype job. I like Crawford. People can say whatever you want to say about his resume, but you can poke holes in anybody's resume. At this point in time in boxing, I really like Crawford. I thought Keith Thurman and Crawford would be a tough fight for Crawford, stylistically wise. I think Earl will be a tough fight for Crawford as well. I think Crawford's a tough fight for Keith Thurman and Earl Spence. I mean, sipping some brandy, dog. Nothing exotic, just sipping some brandy. Man, I bought some brandy to make a hot toddy with, man. My throat was hurting the other day. I'm just killing the rest of this bitch. Ain't nobody else gonna kill it, man. I got a bar, man. All my liquor gone, though, man. Gotta build it back up. I seen that Ciroc had some brandy. Motherfucker said it was $40. I said I might as well get some Hennessy or Remy, dog. Ciroc, Diddy fooling, man. He fooling with a $40 bottle. What was it? It wasn't even a fifth. It might have been a fifth. I don't know. I don't know if it was a fifth. It might have been a pint. Yeah, it was a fifth. It had to be a fifth for 40. You know. Yeah, eat Erkin jerk. I ain't drinking this shit no more. That shit done. Might go use that shit for another hot toddy and go to sleep for like 20 hours. That shit knocked me straight out. Theraflu, apple cinnamon tea, and about I put about half a cup of this shit in there, man. I'll be gone, bro. I was watching Star Wars Han Solo story last night. I gotta finish that shit. I got a Corona in the fridge. Matter of fact, I got a Corona in the fridge. I meant to give it to my homie. Suave House Boxing. What it do? What it do? Yeah, we in here, man. Chilling. I might go back. I might come back on later, man. I want to do a special video with Cali, man. I'm see what Cali and Colossal Sports TV doing, man. We'll do a video with them. If not, I'm probably gonna drop another video. Or I fit 2 more videos in tonight in the morning. We could talk. I mean, I want to look at the boxing schedule for this week, man. Before we get off, if I don't go back live, I at least want to talk about the boxing schedule this week, if there is one. Hey, don't Kurt Scott Jerry look like Carl Frampton? That motherfucker look just like that nigga, man. Okay, we're about to look at this boxing schedule. Okay. I'm using boxing scene schedule. I usually use rings, but I try not to use the ring. I don't like them. Mick Conlon fighting this weekend. And then you got Gilberto Ramirez versus Romer, Alexis, and Guello. 23-20. The dude from Colombia. He got a lot of knockouts. If you guys would like, let me know if y'all want a Gilberto Ramirez, Romer, Alexis, and Gulo prediction video. It's on regular ESPN from the Chesapeake Stadium Energy Arena, Oklahoma City, with a Thunder play. Other than that, McCollin is fighting this weekend in Northern Ireland. And that's it. There's your 2 fights for the weekend. And that Friday, Rashidi Ellis is fighting from Cancun. So if you haven't been able to see one of the hottest contenders / prospects in the sport of boxing, Rashidi Ellis is fighting on Golden Boy's cards on ESPN2 next Friday night from the Oasis Arena in Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Rashidi Ellis is a special talent. Make sure you go see him. Lil 95 was good, CJ, on the chat in the Rich game. I've never seen you before, Lil 95. I'm sorry, bro. Did you have another name or something? I haven't seen you before. Maybe my memory is bad. I don't want to. I just don't know you, bro. Sorry. Do I know you? I don't know you. I'm sorry. I can't give you a wrench. You come in here more often, I give you a wrench. Josh Kelly and Terence Crawford will be nice. Josh Kelly got a long fucking way to go, man. A long way. Kate Black Boxer, what's going on, my brother? Crawford and Spence resumes are their resumes, but they will bring the best out of each other no need to bash these phenomenal fighters. I agree with Kate Black. There's no need. Go poke holes in anybody's resume. He is right. My homie Virgil Ortiz just got another KO. He's with Robert Garcia, right? 10-0, 10 knockouts. What weight does he fight at? You know, I didn't see the fight last night. I don't really support Golden Boy. Kelly is solid. Yeah, he's solid. He got a long way to go. I like him though. I mean, he need to come over here and spar with some of these top fighters over here. Fernando Villa, I can't pronounce your last name. The fact that no one at 140 wants to fight him makes him pound for pound. It's not his fault. No one wants to fight him, Jose. Crawford would exploit Kelly easy. Yeah, Kelly only got like 4 or 5 fights, man. That's not a fair comparison right now. Crawford will definitely win, though. Yeah, Crawford is like fucking 30-something and old, man. Give it a rest. Gosh, Kelly is a young pup, man. Muhammad Roby whooped Kelly, too. Yo, what's good, Jose? That's my whatever that says. The fight ain't gonna happen, Terence. Yeah, Hope it does. All right, I'm about to log off, y'all. Should I let my dog in? I might come back live if Kelly want to jump back on. Appreciate everybody, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You want to donate to PayPal? Link is all that's in the description. Every video I do. So if you want to find me on Facebook, you want to find me on Instagram. You want to follow me on Instagram, got the username. You want to follow me on Twitter? Those links are there. We don't just post our videos in there and say, "Oh, follow us." No, I do other work on there as well too. Fantasy fight, memes, news, conversation. Other sports as well too. So check me out on there as well. Share. Definitely appreciate it. I know what it is. We gone.